girls, the Montoya twins. I'm Maya.
And I'm Micah.
And today,
we are singletons despite being actual twins. We are indeed single. I have been single for a very long time. By choice.
I have been single my whole entire life. Also, I'm a little stuffy, if I sound funny to you guys. I'm getting over a little sickness.
It's because she's sick of all this that these men and this generation be putting us through. Today we thought it'd be fun to expose our subscribers, you guys, did I say that right?
You guys,
y'all's most embarrassing, worst date stories ever. Not only is this gonna make us feel better, but it'll make you guys, who I imagine are single, because if you are here right now on this day, it's because you're.
But it's okay, you guys, do not fret. The chocolate goes on sale tomorrow. The only day I look forward to in February is the 15th.
So we're gonna read you guys some of y'all stories that you sent in anonymously, and hopefully it'll make you guys feel better about being single and encourage you to stay that way.
It's gonna instill fear into them being single. It's like gonna make them never want to date.
Yeah, that's the point, because it's okay to be single.
I think it's only fair that we start off telling your guys' stories.
I knew you were gonna say that.
By telling one of ours. Just kidding, you guys don't ever get to hear about those.
If you guys want to hear our personal embarrassing stories, make sure you tune into the Twitch streams, same as this YouTube channel name, because we do a lot of airing out on our streams. We say way too much over there that we shouldn't.
And our goal is to hit 60,000 followers this year, and your girls are already so close. We're at like 54,000 something. It's free. Go support your girls over there. If you enjoy playing video games or watching them, it's the perfect place to be. So get on over to our Twitch.
By the way, I asked you guys to send in y'all's embarrassing and worst date stories over on our Snapchat, so make sure you guys add us there as well if you want to be part of future videos. If not, we also ask on like Instagram and Discord. We're everywhere. Just find us somewhere and you'll be good.
Except for that sus platform. You will not find us over there.
Alright, first story. This is a guy saying this. On our first date, my girlfriend and I went out drinking. I picked her up and I honestly should have had something planned, but I didn't. And I asked, what do you want to do? She said, I don't know. And I proposed the idea of drinking. She accepted and we drank and talked for about 4 hours. A month later, I asked her to be my girlfriend and we're now going on for 7 months.
Okay, so this is like successful. Yeah, they're going to be celebrating Valentine's Day tomorrow.
What the hell? We're asking for embarrassing first date stories. What is that?
But also, how do you plan a first date and not know what you're gonna be doing?
This is from a girl's perspective. This guy invited me to his place and we watched Love Island in his living room with his cousin. In the show, one of the girls was stuck between two guys and I jokingly said, oh me, because she's so real for that.
Like choosing between two guys?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I got the dirtiest look for it, but honestly, my bad. At the same time, it's the reality when things are still in the early stages. In the end, he wasn't the guy for me. Okay, this actually just happened to me. I had a guy get upset because I made a joke about having multiple guys that were also interested in me, and he didn't like it, and yeah, that also spiraled. To be fair though, I didn't just come out and say that. Like, he literally set the joke up for me. He had said something about me having a roster, and then
and you're like, oh, I do.
No, I'm like, you gonna make smart comments, I'll make smart jokes.
This next one's from a dude. It says, my mother's brother, my uncle, showed up, asked me never to quit bodybuilding or working out. My grandfather was also a father to me, so I respect his word. My father is behind now, not by my side. I have to see for my life on my own. I was taught to survive. I didn't.
Do you know how to read?
None of that made sense. Here's the next one from a guy. When I was like in 3rd grade, I had to... Are you gonna keep laughing? I'm reading how they wrote it. When I was in like 3rd grade, I had got out of school and I needed to use the restroom so bad, but the doors were locked, so I went outside with no toilet paper. I had white pants on and I had to go to a dentist appointment right after, so I was all stained.
That's not a date.
These are not dates.
You guys are just airing out all y'all business, but it's not even
airing
like,
out your dirty laundry. Mike and I haven't read any of these up until now, so this is gonna be interesting.
Okay, this one's from a girly girl. She said, I was supposed to meet up with this guy at a restaurant. It was our anniversary. He didn't answer any of his calls or messages. After not hearing from him for an hour, I went to his house to check on him and found him with my best friend. Never felt so happy to be single. That's not embarrassing, that's just sad. I'm so sorry.
You know, it's one thing to hear about situations like this, but I could never like imagine myself walking in, seeing the person that I like and then my best friend in bed together.
The two people that are supposed to care for you like the most.
Yeah, and she's probably like gone to her best friend with issues about him and her, and now they're laying down. Like, how did that come about? Like, when were y'all talking?
And then to do it while you know you have plans with your girl on top of that is insane.
I dropped a friend one time because she went for a dude that I said that I was interested in. Literally right after I had told her I was interested in him. Isn't that crazy? So, your friends might not be your friends, you guys. Just a FYI. This one's from a girly. She said, I went on a date with a dude and I ordered food for myself. Paid for myself. Then homeboy proceeded to take from my food. You could have just ordered food. Wait, he didn't order food at all? Who asked who on the date?
Okay, so I can relate to everything about this just from different perspectives. So the first date I went on, I also didn't eat. He offered to buy me food, but I just could not eat. So I can relate to not eating on the date, which I don't recommend doing that. Don't do that. I was just so nervous. And two, I can relate to paying for everything. That's a whole nother topic of discussion.
She ordered food, he didn't order food, so she's just eating it, and then he just starts
eating it.
How would you feel about
this sounds
that?
like my first date.
But you just started eating off of his plate?
No. He was eating, but you could tell he didn't want to because he was only gonna eat if I wanted to eat, but then I was like, no, I don't want to eat. And so he ordered food because like, what are we there for if not to order food? He like took a couple bites and then got up to get like a to-go box, and I ate a fry.
After you just told him you're not hungry.
I didn't say I wasn't hungry, I said I was way too nervous to eat.
Okay, also though, if I were on a date, I'm the type where I don't like to see like any of my friends not eating if we're all eating, you know? So it could be a financial issue that he didn't order food. So if that was the case, I'd be like, hey, I'm gonna order some food. Would you like some food? I'll pay for it. And then you don't ever have to go on another date with him, you know?
Right. There's a lot of like ifs about that, but I could see it being awkward, so I could see why it was one of your worst dates for you. Ugh, these poor girls, all going through it. She said, a guy I was talking to at the time said he was going to take me out to eat for my birthday. So I got ready and texted him that I was ready for him to come and pick me up. He sends me a message back saying he can't because he had things to do. But knowing him, he didn't have anything to do. So he completely stood me up on my 21st birthday, and I never got an apology from him, nor did he ever speak to me again.
On your 21st?
On your birthday? That is so cruel.
Okay, so to me, first dates on like birthdays are kind of crazy because like you don't know that it's your first date. You don't know them.
Did you say that was their first date?
Oh,
These are just dates in general.
how long did she know him for?
I don't know.
But 21st, you should have made yourself some plans, girly, and not leave it to a man to make the plans because they fall through all the time with things. They could tell you I love you one day and be gone the next. Like, you can't trust them.
Honestly though, birthdays are like not even fun when you get older, so I'm like, when else would that happen than on your birthday? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like just shitty things happen on your birthday already.
That's true. Because there's like so much, you're like, oh, it's my birthday. Like, so much writing on it. Like, today's supposed to be a special day, but like you said,
You just end up jinxing yourself.
it's just another day.
That's so mean though. I don't know how people can stand people up.
Well, he didn't necessarily stand her up. He told her I got a lot going on. So at least he warned her. It's not like she showed up or something for the date and then he didn't show up at all.
That's still mean though. Like, it's her birthday.
No, that is messed up. I agree. This one's from a dude. Says, was out on a date for the first time in 9 years. This was the first time I've been out since my marriage that ended of 8 years. I took her out to a nice restaurant, had great conversation, thought we were vibing, and at the end of the night, she invited me back to her place for drinks. Well, one thing led to another, and we started making out. Just as we were about to get more intimate, I feel someone touch my shoulder, and it was her boyfriend. Now, this isn't the bad part. Wait, what? It gets more weird. Then I feel someone kiss my neck, and from the back, and it was her girlfriend. She was in a relationship with a boy and a girl that loved to have intimate moments together. So there's 4 of y'all?
So there was a throuple trying to become a quadruple.
Nowhere in here did he say he stopped and left. That's scary.
Dude, that's like, I don't even know what to think.
The fact that you went over to her house not knowing that there were already people there is weird. Like, she didn't tell him, hey, by the way, like, I'm in a throuple and we'd love an extra person. Like,
He
What?
just started macking on this poor dude.
I feel like he could call the police for something like that.
Yeah, no, actually. Okay, this one's from a guy. So back in my senior year of high school, I had taken a girl out for Valentine's to Porto's. I'm assuming that's a restaurant. I brought her flowers to give to her when I picked her up. So fast forward, I pick her up, hand her the flowers, and head to Porto's. She gets a call from her mom telling her she needs to come home. Say we had just been there 35 minutes waiting for our food. She tells me she has to leave, so I drop her off. Wait, you guys didn't eat? An hour later, I decide to go out to grab something to eat and find her at the same Porto's restaurant where I had taken her with another dude, and the flowers I gave her in the trash near the restaurant as well. Basically ending the date early to meet up with another dude whom she said was just a friend, to where I find out they've been talking for about a month after we've already been talking before that.
She's a dumb. Why would she go to the same restaurant?
We're like, be smoother about it. She's like, no.
Wait, how did he find her at the restaurant? He went and just ate by himself because that was his plan?
They ordered, she needed to go home, so they left. He dropped her off, came back to eat, and she was there.
That is so messed up. Like, she couldn't just, okay, say you're being shady, you couldn't just finish the date that you're on and then like the next day go on a different date?
No, it had to be the same day at the same restaurant.
That's so messed up.
Dude, how do people have all this time on their hands?
How are people okay with like looking someone in their face knowing that you're lying to them, like leading them on?
And then when did she throw the flowers away? Because if the flowers were thrown away in the trash can at the restaurant, that means she like came into the restaurant again with the flowers.
So that means that dude knows
yes.
that she was just on a date prior, right?
That's what I'm saying. What?
Cheaters belong with cheaters, liars belong with liars. They'll get their karma for that. But something similar happened to me. I was talking to this dude for months and we knew each other for like all of our high school years prior to us finally like going on dates and stuff. I already like met his family, he met mine. Anyways, prom had rolled around, me and him went together, and then he texted me, he's like, I don't know if you like to keep these things, but I went and got the prom tickets if you want to keep them. And I was like, oh yeah, I'd love to keep them. And he's like, well, let's meet up and I'll give them to you. So we met up and we had plans to hang out for the rest of that night. And as soon as we meet up, he gives me the tickets and he's like, I have to go. And I was like, what? I was like, why? We just got here. And he's like, look, my mom texted me. Same thing. He's like, my mom texted me, she said it's getting late, I need to get home. It was only like 9:30 at night. And I was like, okay. No, it was his girlfriend asking him where he was at. She was at his house waiting for him. He had a girlfriend the whole entire time and I had no idea.
But she did.
Yeah, she knew that he was dropping off the tickets to me and stuff, but apparently I was just a friend. I was like, girlfriend, he took me to prom. You thought I was just a friend? Like, he's dating you and took me to prom. Make it make sense. Like,
sometimes you can't even blame the guys, because if chicks are that like gone in a relationship, like what are you supposed to do?
My man will never be caught by himself with another chick that isn't his mom, grandma, aunt, sister, cousin. That's it. This next one is from a girly.
Shocker.
In high school, I got asked to go on a date not knowing the dude. He took me to a restaurant after school and said, get anything you want, it's on me. Pulls out a bag with lots of money, like ones, and says, you like this? After we finished eating, he wanted to spoil me, but I kept saying no. I felt uncomfortable, so I said, I'm gonna go home. And he said, okay, let me take you. I said no. Kept insisting to take me home, and I kept saying no. Asked me for a kiss, and I said no. Asked for my number, and I said no. How did you guys go on a date without him having your number?
In high school.
Like, he just came up to you, you've never met this dude in school, and just left the school with him? He didn't take no for an answer, so I ran away from him. Seeing him in school was the uncomfortable part. He would be looking at me like in the movie Smile. I had told my teachers about my situation and they noticed. So he got arrested for having pot in school. Damn, that escalated.
Creepy date turned to drug bust. Interesting.
He said, you like this? His ones? They're just sitting in his backpack? That's crazy.
Hey, at least he offered to pay for something. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, but it's with dirty money. There was a lot more other stories, you guys, but they had nothing to do with dating.
Y'all were just venting at that point to us. You guys are funny. I mean, that's good, right? That means that you guys don't have a lot of worst date stories.
Fingers crossed you guys don't have more to tell. But if you don't have a Valentine's, do not fret. We don't either.
And we'll be live on Twitch tonight. If you guys want to come hang out with us, we can have our own little date night.
That's it for this week's video, guys. Short and sweet, just like our love lives. They're not even short. They're short,
and
but not
sweet.
sweet. Yes. This week's post notification shout out goes to Rocket-G4K.
Hey.
Woo!
Thank you, Rocket Dash G4K, for
liking this video,
commenting tacos down below,
subscribing to your girl's YouTube channel,
and follow your girls on IG and Twitch. If you want to post a cute shout out in next week's video, all I have to do is everything Rocket Dash G4K did.
Comment down below what you guys would like to see next, because your girls are running out of ideas. But without further ado,
adios amigos.
And as always, stay beautiful, my loves. Mwah.